President Obama wrote an article on CNN, and he made a pretty big announcement. He said, "We have set a clear goal vital to the next chapter of America's story in space, sending humans to Mars by the 2030s and returning them safely to Earth, with the ultimate ambition to one day remain there for an extended time. Getting to Mars will require continued cooperation between government and private innovators, and we're already well on our way. Within the next 2 years, private companies will for the first time send astronauts to the International Space Station." Okay, so if you guys remember, it was a few years back where Newt Gingrich said, we're going to Mars, bitch. And of course, there was a famous Chappelle Show skit where he's Black Bush and he says, yeah, that's where we're going, motherfucker. So Gingrich, if I'm not mistaken, Gingrich said something goofy with it, like, oh, we're going to have a Mars colony and it's going to be like in his term in office. And, you know, he was running. So there would like already be a fucking Mars colony or something under Gingrich if he were president, according to him. So he was mocked for that across the board. In this case, it appears like it's not really a mockable claim anymore because we kind of are already starting to get the technology to be able to do it. So it's not impossible anymore. It's certainly possible now. And if you were to ask me about this 2 years ago and ask me about just even the concept of it, regardless of whether or not it's becoming possible or not, but just the concept of it, I would have said, honestly, no. I don't think we should go there, and I don't think we should go there because we have so many fucking problems here on Earth that all of our resources should be used to try to fix the problems here on Earth. I mean, this is probably going to cost billions of dollars, so why don't we take that money and try to fucking cure poverty, and why don't we take that money and try to get clean water everywhere, and like, so that's what I would have told you 2 years ago. Today, my opinion actually changed. Now, the reason it changed is because the potential upsides are immeasurable. So look, probably would have been saying the same thing if I was around when they did the moon landing. When they decided to go to the moon, I probably would have said, are you guys fucking stupid? We got kids in poverty. We got all these problems. We got disease. Why don't we invest everything to try to fix that stuff? I would have said that and I would have been wrong. Now, why would I have been wrong? Because the technology that we were able to get because of a lot of the work that NASA put in to try to get us to the moon is technology that eventually improved everybody's fucking life. It's technology that led to the next medical breakthroughs. It's the technology that led to the current internet that we have today and the smartphones and all this stuff. The phone in your pocket today is more powerful than the computer that was used to help get us to the fucking moon. Isn't that insane? That's fucking crazy. So there are so many upsides to going to Mars that the technological upside, the medical upside, it's immeasurable. So we don't know what we can get out of it. The next breakthroughs in AI, you name it. So that's why my position has flipped, and credit to Lilith Penn, who of course does a lot of great stuff for Secular Talk behind the scenes here. Many of the longtime listeners know who she is. But Lilith Penn was the one who swayed me on this. And she's like, no, you're missing the point. Like, your point is valid, Kyle, that we got to invest resources to fucking save people here and get rid of poverty and all that stuff. But you're missing the point that it's not like the end goal is just getting to Mars or getting to the moon to blow ourselves and say we did it. The end goal is the upsides of the technology we created that can make everybody's life better. So that's why I think it makes sense to go. And this is really exciting. And actually, come to think of it, I mean, we can all be in the generation that watches this happen. I mean, imagine how our parents' generation felt when they, or the grandparents, whatever it is, where they looked at, the landing on the moon and they're like, oh my God, we landed on the fucking moon. This is crazy. This is awesome. I can't believe I'm alive for this. We get to do that for Mars, maybe. That's kind of awesome, I must admit.